Hello, I'm Nathan Moore, and me and my group did our project on the electric knifefish, or more commonly known as the electric eel. My portion of the project focuses specifically on the significance and taxonomy of the eel. About the electric eel and its significance. The electric eel captivated my attention with its strange adaptation to be able to produce an electric charge. It does this by using special organs depicted in the diagram. Three special electric producing organs work in conjunction to produce an electric field. Other knifefish in its family can also do this, but to nowhere near the same capacity. The electric eel has been recorded to be able to produce upwards of 650 volts of electricity. I believe that there is much we can learn from this extremely unique organism and its electric producing organs. It has the it has potential to be a great candidate for biomimicry in a world that is constantly trying to engineer new solutions to our energy problems. In addition, I believe that it serves as a keystone species of the Amazon River ecosystem. Also, as a fisherman myself, I found it of particular significance in the fact that it is held to be sacred by the fishermen of the Amazon River. Stories of a serpent with untold electric power is extremely prevalent in their local folklore. Background information. The electric eel, living in the murky streams and ponds of the Amazon River basin of South America, mainly feeds on fish, but also amphibians and even small birds, and also small mammals. Here are a few more interesting facts about the eel that I found to be particularly interesting. First, electric eels use electricity not only to hunt, but also to communicate in dark and murky water. Second, there are about 350 species of fish which can produce electricity. However, only three can generate a strong enough charge to be effective hunters. The other two are the electric catfish and the electric ray. Third, it is a complete mystery why electric eels don't electrocute themselves. Some experts speculate that they may have special proteins that shield their electric producing organs. It is also speculated that due to their relative size comparative to their prey, that they may simply just be able to endure more of a charge than their predators and prey. Family tree. There is a vast number of organisms that exist and have existed on Earth over the millennia. We can visualize the broad expanses of life through the visual of a so-called tree of life. So where does the electric eel fit into this tree? Well, all organisms fall into three main categories, known as their domain. These domains are depicted above, as they are bacteria, archaea, and the eukaryotes. All organisms we see with the naked eye fall into the category of eukaryotes, and all the millions of species of animals that live on our planet fall into the kingdom of Animalia, which is circled in the diagram above. The electric eels happens to be a very tiny offshoot of this branch of the tree of life. So, how do we further classify organisms? Organisms are classified by taxonomists in a series of categories that become increasingly specific, starting with domain, followed by kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and finally species. The specific categories that the organism falls under can be known as the organism's taxonomy. Here's a little trick. This mnemonic helped me memorize the sequential order of the categories. Dutch King Philip can order 5 good soups. Each word in the acronym corresponds with a level of taxonomy shown in the diagram above. The taxonomy of the eel. Shown in the slide are the specific levels of taxonomy that represent the eel's place on the tree of life, starting with domain and ending with genus and species that make up its scientific name. We will dive into each of these categories, beginning with its kingdom. Kingdom Animalia. As I said previously, the kingdom of Animalia is a subsection of the eukaryotes that encompasses all animals that we know on Earth. The image above illustrates the extreme biodiversity that falls under the umbrella of this kingdom. The next classification for the eel is its phylum. Animals in the phylum Chordata may or may not have a vertebrae; however, they must all have a notochord in some stage of their development. A notochord is like a primitive backbone of sorts, although still many in the phylum, like the eel and silverback gorilla depicted, have more of a traditional backbone. The phylum Chordata is the largest phylum, as you can tell is extremely broad. Also, humans would even be classified in the phylum Chordata alongside the eel. Next for the eel is its class. It belongs to the class of, excuse me if I butcher this, but Actinopterygii. These are ray fin fishes. This class is dominant among fish species, as it constitutes 99% of all fish species we know today. One specific fish species in this category is depicted above, being the white sturgeon. This is where things start to narrow down quickly and get much more closely related to the electric eel. Gymnotiforms are slender fish with narrow bodies and tapering tails, hence the common name knife fishes. They have neither pelvic fins nor dorsal fins, but they do possess greatly elongated anal fins that stretch along almost the entire underside of their bodies. This means of propulsion allows them to move backwards as easily as they move forward. There are currently about 250 confirmed knifefish species. The family Gymnotidae is a narrow group of knifefish species that the electric eel belongs to. They are also known as the naked-back knifefishes. They are found only in the fresh waters of Central and South America. All of them have organs adapted to use bioelectricity. However, the level of electricity at which they can produce varies widely. From what I have read, I speculate that there are somewhere between 30 and 40 species in this family. The electric eel is the largest and most conductive of its family members. Finally, two categories of taxonomy are in this case unique to this organism and make up its scientific name. Scientific names are made up of two parts. First, the genus, which in this case is Electrophorus. The second being its species, which in this case is Electris. These two parts coinciding together make up the electric eel's scientific name, Electrophorus electris. Well, this concludes my segment on the electric eels. Continue on to my partner's videos to hear more about the electric eel. Thank you.